Hey, how's it going? Oh, my hair is so short without extensions in it. I had to take my extensions out temporarily because I washed my hair this morning and this has gone a really light baby pink, whereas my extensions are still like, wherever they've gone, they're still like neon pink, so you have to look at me all bare and horrible today, sorry. I asked you guys on Ask Emma 4 to leave me advice questions. This is the video where I am responding to those advice questions. I said that they weren't going to be all that serious, the answers, but you guys have left me some real depressing shit, so I have to act like an adult and answer all this. Real good at my words today. First question I want to get out of the way is, did you ever embarrass yourself really bad in primary school? If I carry on with the video idea that I have for Monday, you will find out next week. I recently started vlogging and I was wondering, what is your advice for getting more views and subscribers? This is by far the question that I get asked the most. I get asked literally about 10-20 times a day on my Tumblr, on my Twitter, everything. How do you get more subscribers? I started vlogging about 6 months ago realistically, and I think I've literally just hit 45,000 subscribers, which is amazing for that time. But the thing is, the gain that I've got happened through many different reasons. Number one, and this isn't trying to be arrogant, this is just stating my opinion. Oh, it sounds so arrogant. I don't think there's many female vloggers out there that do what I do. There are loads of really popular British female vloggers, but their style is a little bit different to mine, so I think that kind of helped it. And the other thing is that I have quite a few friends that have been on the YouTube scene for quite a while, and they've given me lots of advice and have helped me out and things like that. It's not easy to start out if you don't have those, but I didn't have anything back in July last year. I had about 30 subscribers and I was reading 50 Shades of Grey, which later got removed for reasons you already know. I just didn't give up, quite frankly, and I sometimes feel like I got lucky, so it's hard for me to give advice, but all I would say is just make videos that you care about, make videos you think other people will care about, and just try and get some connections going. I know it's not easy breaking through. Can you check out my channel and stuff? I used to do that to popular vloggers all the time and I never used to get anywhere, but now that I'm kind of at the stage where other people are asking me to check out their channel, it's not as easy as it looks to check out everybody. So just keep trying, have patience, just don't give up, and hopefully you'll get somewhere. I'm 16 and I think I'm pregnant. How should I tell my dad? This, along with things such as coming out to your parents, although they're very different situations, they almost have the same answer. I haven't been through any of that personally, but you know your parents better than I do. If you have a parent that is a bit more accepting of these sort of things, go to them first, talk to them about it. If they're both really strict, or you only have one parent to go to and they're absolutely wacko and that sort of stuff, then basically you have to find a way of getting it through to them calmly. Don't just go, Mum, Dad, I'm gay, because most of the time that'll probably freak them out a little bit. Just sit them down, have a nice long chat, say, I have to speak to you about something, it's really important, I really need your support, then explain the situation. But as I've said, it's hard for me to kind of give advice on that because I haven't been through it. Another question I get asked a lot is, Emma, I like this guy, but he has a boyfriend and he flirts with me, but I'm not sure if he's interested. Right, girl, if this applies to you, the best thing I can say is back the fuck away. I don't know if a guy likes me. Okay, so he's giving you mixed signals. He has a girlfriend. That's your warning sign. If he has a girlfriend, number one, you don't want to go meddling and messing about relationships. You'll get a reputation that you really don't want. Number two, if he has a girlfriend and he's sending you mixed signals and flirting with you, if you got with him, what would he do behind your back? I know it's hard getting over guys that you really like and you're not sure if they like you. They might do, but they've got a girlfriend and you want to ruin everything, but it's not worth it. I've actually ruined relationships in the past and I've regretted every single one. It's not easy to move on, but just find something else to take your mind off it. I've recently started a new school and my name is pretty weird, so every time I have a new teacher they won't be able to pronounce my name. I was wondering if I should make it easier for them or just let them fuck it up every lesson. Make a big deal out of it. So many people have got my last name wrong. Okay, hands up, how many of you still think that my last name is Blackberry? Because I know you do, it's not Blackberry, it's Blackery. And the thing is, even at school, on the register, they spelt it Blackery. A really big kids TV show in the UK addressed me Emma Blackberry. I was like, oh God. I've had Block, Blocky, Blockery, Blacker, Blackerly, everything. And it got to a point where as soon as someone got it wrong, I would literally be like, it's Blackery! You need to try and find some sort of humour and just mess about with it a little bit. Try and get different reactions out of people and just go, I find that really offensive that you don't even pay attention to my name. It's better than just sitting there letting them call you a name that isn't yours. Is there any way to get happy again? I've had depression for a couple of years now and I've just been trying to get happy again. Is there any advice you can give me? I have been depressed and it is absolutely horrible when you look back on yourself and you think, I had no energy to do anything, I didn't want to do anything, I felt horrible with depression, and it's hard to get out of if you don't have the right support. I was very lucky that I could tell my dad that I was feeling really low, and even though I was on the brink of tears telling him, I thought he was going to be like, oh, don't be silly, you don't have depression, but actually he stood there and he said, well, you'll get low points and you will get through it. What I'm about to say also really ties in with the bullying discussion I'm going to go into in a minute. When you are feeling really low, you have two choices. One is an easy choice, one is a little bit harder. The easiest option to go for when you are depressed is to sink even lower. Not do anything about it, just feel worthless and just stay in bed all day. That's easy. The harder option is being able to create a mental overhaul. Think completely differently. You may think you don't have the energy and you're better off just being in bed. I have forced myself out of depression. It wasn't like major depression, it was only like a mild depression, but I forced myself out of it and I vowed I would never, ever get like that again. Instead of feeling worthless, I'd think about all the things that people have said to me in the past that have been really positive. And I bet if you go far enough, you'll find things that people do like about you and they've said it to you and you can feel better about yourself. Instead of looking in the mirror and thinking, I'm really fat, think, hey, I could knock anyone the fuck out if they said that to me. Instead of thinking to yourself, oh, I'm really ugly, just think, I've got one face. There's nothing I can do about it, work with it. The hardest thing to accept when you are depressed or when you're being bullied or even both is that you are worth something. If you're too scared to seek any help, start with yourself. Help yourself, because you can do it. You might think, oh, it's easy for you to say behind a fucking camera, but I've been there. Maybe not as bad as your situation, but you can have a complete mental overhaul, I promise. I made a video on my side channel ages ago called SSFB, which is basically a saying that I built for myself. It stands for Stay Strong, Fight Back. And it's true, if life gives you shit, fight back. Make something of yourself. Treat life as a person that's pissing you off and prove them fucking wrong. I'm moving and I told my friends, but they don't care. What should I do? Well, move and find friends that actually give a crap. This girl calls me fat and I'm slowly crumbling inside. Help me. Okay, definitely don't take my advice, but punch her in the face and she won't say it anymore. I promise. My parents think I'm recovering from self-harm and bulimia, but I'm slowly crumbling away again. What do I do? Everyone's crumbling. If your parents already know that you've been self-harming and that you were bulimic, then you already had the confidence in, it's not working tonight, is it? You've already confided in them that you've had problems in the past. So telling them that you're starting to slip back in old ways won't be so bad. It's better to be honest with them and say, I think I'm slipping back into bad habits. I think I'm having a relapse. Help me. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't lie to your parents thinking, oh, I'm getting better, because they'll find out. They will find out if you slip back, and then they'll be hurt that you didn't come to them. What do you do if every day no one even sees that you're there? I saw your comment. Because you dared to speak up, didn't you? And it's the same in everyday life. Make yourself heard. If you think you're one of those people that doesn't stand out from the crowd, make yourself stand out from the crowd. If that's what you want, go and get it. Another question I get asked a lot is long distance relationships. Now, I've never had a long distance relationship. The longest distance between me and a boyfriend was 10 miles, which is nothing. It's hard for me to give advice on, oh, I live in America, but my girlfriend's in Australia. We really miss each other. What should we do? Or, I really like someone that's in the Philippines. The thing is, I don't know the other person you're talking about, and I don't know what your relationship is really like. If you've known each other a while and you trust them and you put your faith in them, then why not just go for it? You live once, you could end up regretting it. At least if you went out there or you met up and you got together and it fucked up, you can say, you know what, we tried it. My hair is just getting on my fucking nerves today. This is the longest one yet. I've been going out with this guy for 4 weeks and he's getting really serious. He said I love you within our first week together. Before we started going out, I'd only met him once. I do a self-defense class with him, but I'm going to quit Easter. This guy's really nice, but he's starting to call me non-stop and message me all the time. It's really annoying. Right, blah, blah, blah. If he's bugging the hell out of you, and I know it says that he would do something awful if we broke up, that's threatening, that's blackmail. that is emotional blackmail because he's incredibly insecure. But the thing is, you can't stay with someone because they're blackmailing you. If you're unhappy, you need to get out. And the fact that this guy is pretty much suffocating you, you've got to get out of that, I'm sorry. If you think he's serious about doing something awful, then you need to talk to his friends or someone close to him. If you genuinely think he's really dead serious about it, talk to his parents or something like that. The chances are, and I want to say chances are because, if it goes wrong, I'd feel really bad. Chances are he wouldn't do anything serious. If he cared about you now, he wouldn't make threats like that. Yeah, he's just pretty much holding you emotionally hostage, so get out, break up with him. I'm feeling really bad the past few months because the bully from my old school came to my new school and is turning everybody against me when I'm not there. Right, okay, next time you see this bully in your class or you walk past them in the corridor and they look at you and you can see they're like talking to people about you, pipe up. Oh, spreading more fake rumours about me, are you? Aren't you bored yet? If this person's idea of maximum bullying is turning people against you, which is basically just talking about you got nothing to fear about being beaten up or anything, then stand up for yourself. If you really don't feel like you can tell the teacher, then you need to find confidence within yourself and say, stop it. Well, don't just say stop it, but you need to embarrass them, humiliate them, and then, I won't say it's going to completely stop, but if you're strong and you believe in yourself, you know, other people will believe in you too. Don't be afraid of them. I keep getting into arguments with my best friend because this boy is telling her lies about me and she believes him. I haven't done anything wrong, but it always causes a shitstorm. I've apologised because I don't want to keep arguing, but it wasn't my fault. Was that the right thing to do? No. Right. She's your best friend. Why is she believing someone else over you? It was wrong to apologise for something that you didn't do. That's admitting something. That's lying to her. Next time something like that happens, look your best friend in the eye and say, look, I didn't say that, and if you're my best friend, you're supposed to believe me. Why are you believing someone that you haven't been so close to? And if she replies to something like, well, it just, you know, why would he make stuff up like that? Drop her like it's hot, because she ain't your friend. My friends are making fun of my YouTube channel. They're not your friends then, are they? I have feelings for my best friend, but she sees me as her best guy friend. What should I do? If you're sure you're not confusing your feelings of friendship for these other feelings that you have, talking about friend zoning, aren't we? Right, okay. The friend zone is a euphemism for accepting that you are not what someone that you like is looking for in a relationship. Once you've said, I've been friend zoned, you have accepted the obvious. That's not me trying to sound bitchy, but once you are in the friend zone, that person has made up their mind and there's only a very small chance that you'll ever get out of it. To be able to get out of the friend zone, something has to really change their mind about you. Most of the time when someone says, I only see you as my friend, they're really saying, I can't ever see myself being with you like that. That's natural. Not everyone likes each other in terms of relationships, and most of the time you just have to accept it and move on. I'm sorry. Is a teenager too young to write a book? No! My best friend is mad at me and won't talk to me. What should I do? You've got two choices. Number one, you can let her come to you, let her cool off for a couple of days, weeks, and then see if she decides to talk to you again. Or number two, you can find a way of confronting her, whether you have to go to her house or emailing her or phoning her, get through to her. Well, I assume it's a her, but you need to just say to her, look, I know I've done something wrong, whatever it is, and just admit to it and say, I'm sorry. I think we should talk about it like adults. I apologise. I want to move on from it. And hopefully if you confront her and you're adult and calm about it, then maybe she'll listen to you. If not, then I'm not going to say drop it like it's hot again. Not Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion. How do I say no to a date? Hey, you want to go out and get some coffee sometime? No. I met this girl 3 years ago. We talked for a couple months, nothing happened. She started texting me. At first she wants a relationship, then she stopped talking to me, asked what's going on. She wanted to be friends, then she wanted to fuck me. Now she isn't talking to me. This happened in like a month. I don't understand girls. What the fuck is going on? She's fucking cray-cray. Drop her like it's hot. I like this kid at school, but my friends always tease me about it and I'm afraid to tell him. Then they're not your friends, are they? How do you not care about what people think? Well, when someone says, oh, you have really fucked up teeth, I just don't care about it. When someone says, you got a really ugly fucking face, I just don't care about it. Someone says, oh, your pink hair looks really stupid and worse than your brown hair, that I care a little bit. They're words. Words can't physically hurt you unless you let them hurt you, which shows that you're not fully confident in yourself. As I said, I had this sort of mental overhaul where I was completely happy with who I am, faults and all, and now their words are just... it shows their insecurities more than mine, so see it that way. Emma, what advice would you give to people out there suffering with things like eating disorders, depression and anxiety? I've never had an eating disorder. I have been depressed and I have had social anxiety for a while. I would say that recovery starts in here. As I've said before, you need to work on your own self-confidence and your own mentality before anyone else can start helping you. There is a life out there if you're willing to work for it. Recovery doesn't just come on like a flick of a switch. You can't just go from suffering 1 minute to I'm cured. It's a long, hard road out of those sort of problems, and it's not easy. I can't just say, oh, find confidence in yourself, it'll all be better. But it's a start, and like I said, you have two choices. You can either wallow in self-pity and let yourself suffer because it's easy, or you can fight your way out. And it does get better, it really does. I know that saying is so overused, it gets better, but it does. It does. I've got out of holes before, and I look back on the old me that used to sort of sit there not thinking there was a future for me, and I sit there thinking, what the fuck were you thinking? Because, like, I don't even recognise the person I was back then, which was why I don't have a problem talking about it. There are people out there that are willing to listen to you and help you and support you, and you need to welcome them with open arms. Even if you think your family aren't going to appreciate it, or you know, people aren't going to listen to you, they will listen to you. They care about you, they love you, and if they love you, why can't you love yourself? I want to be an actress when I'm older. Would YouTube be a good place to start getting people and agents to notice me? It wouldn't hurt. I don't think it would detriment you. If you put up like maybe small sketches or just vlogs where you're confident talking to the camera, then yeah, it's like a portfolio, and I don't think it could ever harm you to do it. Unless you ate a tampon, in which case that would probably harm your career a little bit. Anyway, I'm not the best person to give advice, as you can tell, but I'm glad we did it, and I'm sorry this wasn't as funny as all the other Ask Emmas, but there's no more advice ones. You guys can just, for Ask Emma 6, just go back to ask me normal questions like, what do you put in your vagina? That's the quality of questions I get, seriously. And if you disagree with any advice that I've given, then feel free to leave your nice, calm, thought-out opinions in the comments below, and I shall see you guys on Monday. Woo! Bye, guys!
I like her. She has girl balls.